Hello gorgeous, it's Jen. Welcome back to my channel. Today I thought it would be fun to talk about the 5 things that I recommend purchasing from the brand Wet n Wild, and while I'm getting ready I'll tell you about a couple of things that I don't think you should buy. So if that sounds like fun, just keep watching. I'm going to start with primer, and for primer I grabbed my Impossible Primer Stick. Now for some reason the liquid version of this I was not a fan of, but the stick I do love. I see immediate blurring. It goes on very thin with a cooling effect. I don't know if it's just easier for me to just slide it on and tap it in, but this is one of my favorite blurring oil control primers. It does have a little protector cap that came on it. I'm assuming that helps keep it from drying out, but I've had mine for quite a while with no issues. Next, I'll work on my brows, and the brow gel that I tried, I believe it's called Browcessive, I did not enjoy. So I have a different one in my brows today. What I do enjoy is their slim eyebrow pencil, specifically called the Micro Brow Pencil. I have mine in the shade Ash Brown. It's got a very small tip, it's got a spoolie, and would I say that this is the best brow pencil that you can buy? No, but I do like it a lot, and to walk into Walmart and get it very inexpensively is nice. I don't have any problems with lasting power. It's easy to apply in my brows. It doesn't break off. I don't fly through it. It does everything that I would ask. I will say that lately I am into brow pens, so Wet n Wild, if you're listening, I'd love a brow pen, please. The other nice thing is that Wet n Wild is so inexpensive. They don't seem to have gone crazy with their pricing, which I really appreciate. That looks great. In the eyeshadow category, I used to love the old formula of Wet n Wild, and then when they changed it, I was not a fan. I think that is an unpopular opinion. I've tried the, I believe it's 9 pans. I've tried the 5 pans. I'll pop up pictures. Didn't love it. But I did see another influencer, I think it was Risa, I will link her channel because I know she loves this palette, was talking about this Always Naked palette. They have the Always Naked, and I think they have the Always Blushin', which is a little more pinky tones. So based on her recommendation, I took a chance a while ago, picked up this palette, and it is great. The mattes are nice and creamy. The shimmers are not as weak as the other palettes. For some reason, this formula just seems better. Anything that is not Wet n Wild, I of course will have listed and linked in the description box below, as well as all the Wet n Wild products that I am suggesting. Some of those links are affiliate links, so if you choose to shop with those links, I make a small commission, and I thank you so much because it supports me and my channel. Now I'm going to take my Breffer 14 and I'm going to go into this shade right here, and I'm just going to put together a very simple eye look because I have a bold lipstick shade for today. This is just one of those palettes that it's kind of hard to mess up. The mattes are not crazy pigmented that you put them on your eyes and you don't know what to do. You can't blend them out, you can't move them, but they're not dusty blend away shades. They're nice, buildable, neutral browns that just look nice. I also like that it goes from super light to super dark. Always nice to have that. Wiping my brush off on my switch, I can go into this lighter shade and just go around the brow bone, bring it down into the inner corner a little bit. I think I'll go into this coppery shade right here. And I'm just going to put this all over the lid. The texture of these is nice. And then if I want a little bit more, there's a nice bright shade here. And I will spritz it a little bit because I'm putting a shimmer on top of a shimmer. And I'm just gonna tap it. Just for a little added light. I'll take my Unit 308 flat brush and I'll go back into that original shade for underneath. go into this darker shade down at the bottom and just go along the lash line. I went ahead and added my pencil liner and liquid liner off camera. I used to have a liquid liner that I loved from Wet n Wild. I need to pick it up again. I will pop up a picture. It was the H2O proof. It was the dippy style, but something about that liner. It was the longest liquid liner I ever owned. It just got old. I might as well finish the eyes, and I was excited recently to pick up a So Defined Volumizing Defining Mascara. This is the best mascara the Wet n Wild has, if you ask me. I was a big fan of the Big Papa. I like this one more. I have gifted this one. It is one that I recommend. It has small bristles. It has a smaller type wand, and this one does a really nice job. If you just want some length and definition, you can go in with a light coat, or you can build it up. Here is one coat. I'll go ahead and add a couple of coats and I'll be right back. I'm back. 2 coats. It really does a nice job. I didn't put it on the bottom yet, but length, definition, volume, all the things. In the foundation category, there are a couple that I love from Wet n Wild. I love their Tinted Hydrator, but what I love even more is their Photo Focus Matte. I have mine in the shade Bronze Beige. The smell is not the greatest. It does have a wand. It's still a fantastic, affordable, can't use the back of my hand, foundation. I'm going to put just a little bit, and I'm gonna spread it. It is nice and thin. It is very long wearing. The paint smell does go away, but the lasting power is fantastic. It is a matte finish that is not flat. This is my Haley's Beauty foundation brush, by the way. I have worn this foundation to events, medium to full coverage. It's great. Whew, this hair today, I'm trying. I want to give a shout out to a product that I do not have in my stash, but I do love, and that is the Photo Focus Loose Powder by Wet n Wild. I would like to pick up the pink. I don't know why I haven't pulled the trigger yet. Actually, I do. I have so many powders, but if you are looking for a loose powder, their loose powder is fantastic, and I'm assuming that the pink one is great as well, and I'm sure that I will have it in my stash eventually. I do not have a concealer by Wet n Wild that I am blown away by, so I used another drugstore, as well as another drugstore powder that I have in my stash. I'll go ahead and add the mascara to the bottom. I can't remember if it behaves or not. I will leave a note, and then we'll move on to bronzer. As far as the bronzer category, I have tried the powder bronzer from Wet n Wild before, was not a huge fan. However, I am a huge fan of their stick bronzer. This is the Mega Glow Makeup Stick. I have mine actually in 2 shades, but the one that I prefer is Where's Walnut. I have to use the back of my hand, so I'm gonna clean off these eyeshadow swatches, and I'll actually show you both the shades that I have. This one is Where's Walnut, and this one is Oaks on You. Oaks on You is definitely lighter, and sometimes I think it tends to run a little bit warmer. So I'm going to stick to the Where's Walnut, especially because I have color on my face. I will warn you, the packaging could be improved on these. I would not put something like this in my purse. I have had the caps come off. I'll go ahead and add some more of the Where's Walnut on my hand. This is my Jasmine Beauty angled brush, and it just taps right onto the skin so nicely. Lasts a long time. Really pretty, neutral shade, not too warm, not too cool. And if you are a highlight person, I loved my Wet n Wild highlights back in the day. I just don't wear highlights so much anymore. Look at that blurred, bronzed. It's good. For blush, I don't have a Wet n Wild favorite. However, I do have their liquid blush, and I have not used it in a while, but I do remember liking it. This is the shade Rosy Romance. I haven't used this brush in a while. I'm going to use the e.l.f. Liquid Blush Brush and just tap it in. Yeah, that's nice. It is not as pigmented as the e.l.f., but I like that. It makes it a little more controllable. You're not going crazy. Sometimes with the super pigmented, I find myself spending just as much time trying to fix the overload. I went ahead and added some lip liner off camera because unfortunately I have not been wowed by Wet n Wild's lip liner formula, but I do love their lipstick. I recently tried this new formula called the Mega Glitter Shimmer Liquid Lipstick. The shade that I got is called Hear Me Out. I'll go ahead and swatch it for you. Really pretty rosy brown, so I had to pick up the red. This one is called New Soulmate. Go ahead and swatch it. I'll put it on and then we'll wait for it to dry and we'll watch the glitter magic. Now, it doesn't dry down super duper fast, which I appreciate so that I can really perfect those lip lines. And it looks beautiful just the way that it is. It is a nice cool toned red. I'll let it dry. I'll tap my lips together and then we'll have a beautiful scattered shimmer. Let me let it set for a minute and I'll be right back. I didn't even need a lip liner. There is a really nice applicator on this. So if you didn't want to use a lip liner, I think you could get away with that. I love the velvety red look that it has. Now let me go ahead and tap my lips together so we can see the sparkle. It's hard to see under the studio lights. I hope you can see that. Now there is a slight tackiness to this for a moment, but after about a minute, it'll be back to feeling like nothing on my lips, which I do appreciate. I am all about a nothing texture on my lips. I don't want to feel my lipstick. So there we have it. Nice eye look, inexpensive, under $10. I believe the Always Naked, smooth, long-lasting base that looks matte, not flat, with the Impossible Primer and the Photo Focus foundation. Got some nice bronzer blush situation going on here with the Mega Glow bronzer stick and the liquid blush. And let's not forget this beautiful mascara and glitter red lip. I'm so very happy with the complexion, with the makeup, with the eyes, with the lips. I hope that this was helpful for you. I love Wet n Wild. There's just a couple things that I would recommend you avoid, but they do have so much good makeup that is affordable, friendly to your pocket. Make sure you check them out. I thank you so much for joining me today. If you are not subscribed, be sure to subscribe before you leave. I upload on Mondays and Saturdays. Give the video a thumbs up, and of course, leave me a comment, even if it's just a heart, to let me know you were here. I'll see you in the next one. By the way, does not transfer. Mwah.